The exits are to your left and to your right, and behind some of us to our right. May I please get a motion that after review, the Board of Education approves the agenda as presented and or amended at this meeting? Mike? Dave? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. May I please get a motion to accept the minutes of the December 9th, 2024 business meeting as presented? Michelle? Mike? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. That's fine. May I please get a motion to accept the minutes of the December 16th, 2024 special business meeting as presented? Dave? Mike? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Subject 3.3, may I please get a motion to accept the minutes of the December 19th special business meeting as presented? Aaron? Dave? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Subject 4.1, statements and presentation. I'll hand it over to Superintendent Addy.
Good evening and Happy New Year to everybody. At this time, we're going to begin with principal reports. Principal Ring from the elementary school will begin.
Good evening, Board of Education members, staff, and community. I'm thrilled to share some highlights from December, which was filled with festive events and community spirit at the elementary school. We started off with Gingerbread Day at the piano zone.
Yeah, flip it on. The microphone.
Hello? No, shut it off.
Shut up.
Hello?
We started off with Gingerbread Day with a surprise announcement at lunch from Ms. Cross. She informed the students that the freshly created gingerbread cookie that she made had mysteriously escaped from the oven. Children were very excited at each lunch period to hear this news, and to add to the excitement, I sent each class a video read aloud of the gingerbread man loose in the school, complete with clues to track him down. The hunt culminated on Friday when Class 2 Peters discovered the gingerbread cookie hiding in the office. Who knew? All students were treated to freshly baked gingerbread cookies, bringing a sweet ending to the adventure. Grinch Day was brought to us a visit from the famous Grinch himself, who delighted the students by visiting each classroom with a big bag of candy. The students were able to grow his heart 3 sizes with their kindness and love, creating a magical and heartwarming experience for everyone involved. The winter concerts went off without a hitch, despite some of the challenges from snowfall and early dismissal, including the UPK concert. This was Mr. Poe's first winter concert, and he should be commended for the orchestrating such a wonderful and festive event. The concerts highlighted the hard work and talent of our students, leading everyone in the holiday spirit. The holiday luncheon we hosted, that was rescheduled from Thanksgiving, was perfect to celebrate the season with staff and parents. It was a joyful gathering that allowed us to come together as a school community to share in the holiday cheer. After such a busy and eventful December, everyone left for a restful and well-deserved break and jumped back in as soon as we returned after the new year with great enthusiasm. So looking ahead, we have our STEAM Fair coming up, which we are eagerly preparing for on January 22nd. And to close out Spirit Week, we will join the district for an exciting pep rally hosted by the middle school on January 31st. This will sure boost school spirit and foster camaraderie among students and staff. Thank you for your continued support as we celebrate our students' successes and look forward to upcoming events.
Thank you.
Principal Gillespie from the middle school.
evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. So we also had a busy 2 weeks leading up to the winter break. I'd like to just thank the PTSA for running the annual holiday shop again this year, so our students could purchase gifts for their family. We also had the holiday lunch rescheduled and had a good showing of participating families. I'd like to just thank our food service department for that, for the preparation of those meals. It was a great showing by both the families and the kids, and it was a great opportunity for everybody to have time to enjoy that. And again, thank you to our custodial staff who kind of turned each luncheon over by re-cleaning the tables and everything like that, just getting things ready. So thank you to them and all the staff members who volunteered helping to serve and help in whatever capacity they could. Also, we had our winter concert here at the middle school. You can see some of the photos up there, some great photos of the students both singing and playing their instruments, as well as some of the artwork. So again, kudos and thank you to Mr. Compton, Mr. Poe for their preparation of the students and their direction that evening. Also Mr. Ferry for providing all the artwork for the students to display, and to all of our staff members who kind of lent a hand throughout the evening with the organization of moving students back and forth throughout the performances. We also had our pajama day and movie day here, where 4th and 5th grade students were able to stay after school, dress in their pajamas, bring a blanket, have some snacks, and watch the movie Elf. So there's not a photo of that up there, but if you can picture it right here, blankets all over the place on this floor, and the movie playing up on the big screen. So it was a fun day for the students. Also on December 19th, we also made gingerbread houses where our 4th grade students and their families came in. Thank you to our 4th grade teachers for organizing, preparing, and you know, working through the gingerbread, both construction and then deconstruction of everything, and making sure that the kids got their gingerbread houses to take home with them. Also, we had our first quarter celebration on December 19th, so there's a photo there of the students on the stage. Students were invited down, those that were honor roll, high honor roll, and perfect attendance students who came down to the cafeteria, made some ice cream sundaes, and were recognized. So again, congratulations to all of those students for their hard work. Since getting back, we had our Student of the Month celebration for those that were recognized for being Student of the Month and for effort in December, and they're up on the screen there. We also have our K-8 STEAM Fair, as Ms. Ring said, next Wednesday from 6 to 7. So we had a great showing last year, so we're looking forward to another great showing where students can show off their creative projects. Also, the week of the 27th will be our Spirit Week. As was mentioned, we'll culminate with our pep rally on the 31st. So we have our students and staff dressing in theme throughout the week. And then the pep rally, we will welcome our elementary students here to join the middle school students for some fun activities. And then that evening, we will have a winter dance for students in grades 6 through 8 as well. January 31st also marks the end of the second marking period, which officially means we are halfway done with the school year, which is crazy to say that we've gotten here this fast. But January 31st is that midway point of the school year. And then finally, also on the screen displayed is a photo from our current rock climbing unit. It's always great to see the photos, and I get the chance to actually walk in there and see the kids climbing up the wall. And thank you to Mr. Cron and Ms. Verboski for all their work in training the students throughout that unit on their rock climbing skills. It's always great to see them challenge themselves each time they get a little more confident and try to get a little bit higher on the wall. So that's it for the middle school. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Assistant Superintendent Petrozzi?
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. January has already begun to be a busy month for the Curriculum and Instruction Services Department, as well as the Pupil Personnel Services Department. The Pupil Personnel Services Department is preparing for the 25-26 annual review season. Special education teachers and related service providers have started conducting evaluations and progress monitoring to develop individualized education plans, otherwise known as IEPs, for students. The Committee on Special Education IEP meetings are set to begin in early February. In addition, to aid in making the best decisions possible for our special education students, Mrs. Greenberg, our preschool and school-age special education chairperson, has been visiting in-district classrooms as well as out-of-district preschoolers in their preschool placements, as well as out-of-district school-age students in their out-of-district placements. Currently, our mid-year NWA MAPS assessment is taking place at the elementary and middle schools, and our DIBELS progress monitoring will begin in late January and continue through the first week of February. As New York State moves towards full implementation of computer-based testing for all grades 3 through 8 assessments, next week students in grades 3 through 8 will participate in a computer-based testing simulation. This simulation next week will focus just on math during one class period and will aid students in becoming familiar with the testing platform itself. It's not for assessment purpose, it's just to learn how to use that computer-based platform. Students in grades 6, 7, and 8 will participate in the simulation on Wednesday, January 22nd, and students in grades 3, 4, and 5 will participate in the simulation on Thursday, January 23rd. If any student needs a makeup and is not here, the 24th is available for that date. In closing, I would like to introduce Rosemary DiBardi, which you already know, our instructional coach, who will be presenting our district's implementation of the New York State Education Department Science Investigations for grades 3 through 8. These hands-on inquiry-based investigations are aligned with the next generation science standards and are designed to help students develop a strong understanding of life science, physical science, and earth science.
Okay, so the Next Generation Science Standards, or the NGSS, are designed to equip students with the skills and knowledge and mindset needed to succeed in a world marked by rapid technology change, global independence, and pressing societal changes. The NGSS emphasizes real-world problems, preparing students to be informed citizens and capable problem solvers. The NGSS encourages inquiry-based and hands-on learning where students are actively participating in experiments, investigations. The participation helps students develop a deeper understanding of scientific concepts and reinforces the scientific method. So here's the shifts. So the shifts in how science should be taught and learned in school. These shifts are designed to help foster a deeper understanding of the scientific concepts. The shifts reflect a move from the traditional science education, which was more about memorization or isolation of facts, to more integrated, inquiry-based, and student-centered approach. They talk about 3D learning, which is disciplinary core learning, science and engineering practices, and cross-cutting concepts. These concepts help build the knowledge they need and the skills to become active problem solvers, critical thinkers, and collaborative learners. Scientific and engineering practices are central to these tests. It's the framework to help students develop the skills needed to engage in science and engineering. This will help them practice to become critical thinkers, solve complex problems, collaborate and communicate, all while deepening their understanding. So what are the new science investigations? They're centered around active, hands-on learning and engineering practices. So this is where the difference will become. What are the expectations? Students should know and be able to do science at various grade levels. So this is going to start from 3rd grade all the way up through 8th grade and then through high school. So we have different investigations starting at different times. We have grade 3, which Jake Sheckman will be doing with all the 3rd grade students. It is known as the Circle of Life. In this investigation, students will learn about matter and energy within an ecosystem. They will observe and create a model, collecting data, drawing conclusions, where they talk about producers, consumers, decomposers, and the environment. In grade 4, we have Energy Light Up, which will be Alex Finelli, and he will be talking about the principles of light, energy, transfer, and electrical circuits. The students will examine how light interacts with materials, or how electrical energy can be converted into light energy and used as a circuit. Grade 5 is Greg Huggins, and he will be doing What's in the Bag, which is students will use all of their senses except sight and reasoning skills to infer the contents of a bag. They will gather observations, analyze patterns, and construct explanations about the objects. Greg will also be doing Cloud in a Bottle, where students will simulate cloud formation in a bottle to understand the role of pressure, temperature, and condensation in a water cycle. And then on to the middle school, we have grade 6, Joe Limone will do How's the Weather Up There? And in this investigation, students will talk about weather conditions and patterns. They will conduct experiments. They will learn how variables like temperature, humidity, and air pressure affect weather. And then in 7th and 8th grade, Matthew Blauvelt will do All Mixed Up. Students will explore mixtures and solution, identifying properties and substances, and they will distinguish between physical and chemical changes. He will also do Cool It, where students investigate how heat transfers between objects and explore ways to minimize heat. And he will do It's Alive. Students will investigate the characteristics of living organisms, determining what makes something alive. So they'll be talking about living things, growth, reproduction, stimuli, and all things that are non-living. All investigations are being held in storage by Mr. Huggins, should we need to reference them in case of an audit, or if a student moves to another district. So these investigations will stay with us from 3rd grade on until they're done with 8th grade. And so we have them in storage in case we need to reference at any time. Pretty neat to watch too. So.
Are these topics statewide standards?
Yes, they're statewide standards.
Okay.
Yep, they're state. And so all of our science teachers also have gone to different conferences or workshops to make sure they were learned how to teach them properly.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Stewart. We did have facilities last week with the board committee and Assistant Superintendent LaRoe and Director of Facilities, of course. And so they are here to answer any questions that you have, but I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over with you kind of where we are with the capital project that will be occurring this summer, and share with you some of the designs that have been selected for moving and what we're doing between now and the summer to move forward. So this is our capital project. At the middle school, we will be replacing all of the tile throughout the entire building and in all classrooms. It is a heavy lift, but we want to just do it in one shot and get it done. Because anytime we find that it's year to year, the tiles change colors, or the block color changes, or it doesn't sit correctly, so we want to do it all in one. There's roofing work happening, we are renovating the bathrooms, the locker rooms, and the tech office. We'll be doing field improvements on the athletic fields. We'll be replacing the water tank that is underground, elevators, and doing some pipe insulation at the elementary school. We'll be doing bathroom renovations, roofing, floor replacement near the elevator, and water infiltration work at the Elm Street entrance. So what will that look like? So zoom in enough that you can see it. So the VCT replacement, the Christmas colors will be leaving us, and we will be going to a dark green and some off shades of gray. The pattern on the floor will be in cross shapes. We reviewed this with both students and some staff members, and this was the winning design, which is just a very simple, clean layout. We are working on finalizing the colors, because the colors that we ended up choosing came from 2 different companies, and you can't mix company tiles. We looked at these two as the third color option. Neither one really worked, so we are working on getting some more options. Roofing at the middle school, the roof over this area here will be restored. We'll be doing a full replacement of the roof over 6 through 8 wing, and there's a little roof over the connector section over here that will be replaced. The 2 roofs over the lobby area and over the kitchen area here were already replaced within the last couple of years. Roof 1, which is over the 4-5 wing, was replaced much more recently than the others, and is very dry, and we're not having any problems with it, so that is not on the agenda right now. The middle school bathrooms are being renovated. These sinks will stay outside in the hallway, but there will be some new designs and colors behind it. The floor will be ripped up, and the epoxy flooring in the bathrooms throughout the building. And then we are putting in toilet partitions that go floor to ceiling as well for student privacy and safety reasons whatsoever. The middle school locker rooms are getting renovated. The floor will be the epoxy floor, the same epoxy floor that's in the bathrooms. There will be a new shower put in, so we're taking out the showers that are in there now, and that will be able to be used solely as storage. The state rules say that at a middle school, there does have to be at least 1 shower in the building. So we will be turning part of this small area here into a shower. It will be accessible off the gymnasium, so that it will be used by boys or by girls. We don't have that way. We don't have to have a shower in each locker room. Then we have the designs. We have the dark green and the greens and the grays again. I believe they're getting a ceiling too, right? Yeah, they're getting a ceiling as well in a lot of those. The tech renovation office, that was a kitchen and at one point, or a serving area, and the floors are sloped, so those will be being leveled out. It will get the new tile flooring that everyone else in the school is getting. And the roll top serving area is going to come out, and we are going to have a display case that will be able to be viewed and seen from the hallway side. So that will now become a true area to be able to recognize students' achievements and have good awards up and trophies and that kind of thing. The elevator controls in the 4-5 wing are getting replaced and updated. We'll be putting insulation on the pipes throughout the building. The athletic fields, there's some low spots, and we'll be fixing that, getting that lifted up. And then our underground water tank is very old, and it needs to be replaced. That will be coming out, and we will be getting a new tank, but the new tank, the rules have changed, and we are not allowed to put a tank underground anymore. So this tank will actually be above ground. At the elementary school, we are having the same epoxy flooring with the bathrooms. We will still be doing the full partitions. similar colors, and those walls are already tiled, so they will stay tiled, but it will be moving to that cream and colors. Updating everything from that look of the 60s and 70s and giving everything a fresh new look. The elementary school roofing is also getting restored in all of the areas except the very original building, and there will be restoration work on all of the flat roofs. Then the stairs that are going, we call them the elevator stairs, but it goes from the lobby up to the floor to the original building. That was put in when the elevator was put into the building, but it's wood and it's creaking and cracking and not holding up very well. So they're going to rip that. There were other stairs that were there originally that are farther back. So they're going to rip these stairs out and we're going to put in a new set of stairs that will be better. And then there will be flooring that will now go. See this weird transition area? We have new flooring that is LVT, and it looks like wood paneling, but it's not. And it will extend all the way here and through this area and actually line up with the wood flooring that's in the old wing. So that's getting done. Then, if anyone's worked at the elementary school for any length of period of time, you know that the entrance by the, call it the third grade wing, it's the second grade wing this year. But that entrance tends to flood with water anytime it rains. So we will be lifting the floor up to the bottom, up all the way to the bottom step. And it will go there now. We have this extra space above the doors. All we have to do is lift the doors up, so there'll be a much smaller transit window there. But luckily we had that space, so we don't have to remove the brick. We don't have to do any major reconstruction. It's just take all of that out, fill it in with concrete, put it up, and then outside the door there will be a concrete pad put in that kind of will push water away from the school. Oh, maybe it's the last slide. That's the last slide.
That's the last one.
That's why it's not scrolling. Doesn't say the end. Are there any questions from the board on that work? Obviously, the middle school. So next steps internally, we will be reviewing the finalized scope of work with all staff and then specifically with affected staff members. We need to work on a location for the 12-month staff for the summer because this school is going to need to be completely cleared out. And so everyone will be placed at the elementary school this summer and we have to figure out what that layout is going to look like. We need to develop a plan for 100% removal of all items from all locations in middle school. Literally the only location not getting touched is the gymnasium, so that will become storage for the summer. I could try to do half the school and then the other half of the school in terms of moving items. We will be having discussions about summer 2025 student programs and spaces and locations for that. And then we will have ongoing construction planning meetings that are monthly at this point. They'll be moved to bi-weekly and then weekly as we get closer during the summer. So, if anyone has any questions, Rob and Ann are here. I might be able to answer, or Rob and Ann are here if I don't have the answer. And lastly, I just wanted to review just one quick thing on the agenda tonight. We have Rosemary DiBernardi's resignation is on the agenda, and we will be retirement and tenure celebration, but I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge it publicly. is all for me for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations again. Okay, district liaisons. Ian is out, so we don't have any updates for Chester unless anybody has updates to provide. I don't think so. Okay. Patty for Warwick.
Just a couple things, especially the senior parents, parents of the class of 2025. There's a lot of information coming out, especially information with deadlines. So just make sure you're checking on the 2025 Facebook page and definitely your email. I know that January 31st is the deadline to order any yearbooks or place any ads in the yearbook. So that's like the next upcoming one, January 31st is the deadline for yearbook sales. Also tomorrow night, Warwick Parent Academy is presenting, doing a parent presentation on the effects of vaping, fentanyl, and drug use with middle school and high school students. And it's open to anyone in Greenwood Lake. You don't have, your child does not have to attend school there. That's tomorrow night, 1:16. I don't know the time. I can check the time. Do you know it? Okay. Sorry, we're down time.
6 p.m.
All right, 6 p.m. at high school. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one.
Nothing much for Ms. Bond, that the legislation discussion we have not begun. So if you have anything to advocate for, like electric buses, ventilators, yeah, gas. Now would be the time to do it. They usually sometimes stop April, May, but they can go until June.
Okay, thank you. Mike, Oxwell, I know there's a meeting tonight, but.
Yeah, the meeting's actually tonight, so obviously I wasn't able to attend. I know they were doing a presentation on Middletown's policy of cell phone use. I can get more information for you, because they'll email me the minutes, so I'll get it and I can provide that information.
Okay, thank you. Facilities, Sarah just gave the update on the capital projects. Anybody has any questions? We're still here. Audit committee? No. Budget, I know we have a meeting in February.
Yes.
And then nothing new on the policy. Anybody have any update for PTSA?
The family bingo night is Friday.
Okay, family bingo night is Friday.
It's Friday from 6 to 8 at the elementary school.
Okay. And I don't see anybody from the village of Greenwood Lake. Chad's not here. He's talking to anybody now. Okay.
Just one thing for the village, for Little League, I'm speaking as a Little League board member now. Sign-ups are underway. Please don't wait until the last minute to sign up. Register now. You don't have to pay. You just have to put your name on now. And you can actually get a discount to get a discount, the last day is today. So actually sign up today. Like I said, you don't have to pay. We just want to get our numbers up so we can start making rosters and start getting practices ready. So don't wait around. Like usually we have a lot of numbers, people that sign up for the last minute. Don't do that this year. Let's sign up early so we can get started early.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Correspondence to the board, public statements and petitions. Okay, thank you. Subject 7.1, may I please get a motion to approve the financial reports for December 2024 as presented at this meeting? Mike? Dave? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.2, may I please get a motion to approve the SMOA between the district and the GLTA as presented? Dave? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.3, may I please get a motion to approve the contract with Manpower Group US Inc. as presented? Aaron? Mike? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 7.4, may I please get a motion to accept the donation from General Mills Box Tops for Education as presented? Mike? Dave? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. I think we'll skip over 8.1. May I please get a motion to accept with regret the resignation of Rosemary DiBernardi as presented? Erin, Patty, and thank you for all your years of service. I'm going to guess that most members on the board had one of their children have Ms. DiBernardi, and it's been a pleasure. So thank you very much for everything that you've done for the district. Anybody else?
We look forward to celebrating you in May or June.
Somewhere around.
Fully, somewhere.
Thank you.
I'm sure everybody's going to be in favor, probably not wanting to be. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Subject 8.2, may I please get a motion to accept the resignation of Samantha Tuchler as food service helper as presented? Mike? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 8.3, may I please get a motion to appoint Samantha Tuchler as cook manager as presented? Michelle? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 8.4, may I please get a motion to approve the unpaid child care leave of absence of Christina Bianco as presented? Mike? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 8.5, may I please get a motion to extend the leave replacement appointment of Lauren Sullivan as presented? Dave? Mike? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 9.1, may I please get a motion to accept the CSE recommendation as presented at this meeting? Dave? Aaron? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Subject 10.1, please get a motion to adjourn to executive session regarding the employment history of a particular person and or persons, and no action will be taken after executive session. Mike? Patty? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. The next Business Board of Education meeting will take place on Monday, February 10th at 6 p.m. in the middle school cafeteria.